Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready
No.
for the last day?
No, I'm afraid I'm going to become a weeping mess.
Well, let's get it over with. Let's go.
Oh, man. She's fucking sad.
She's got the double ellipses.
Well, let's see. Gil's in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright?
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
Gabby's gonna show up at any minute.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking cry. Oh, shit. Relax. Everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that'll cheer you up.
Way ahead of your boss. I'm drinking my throat coat tea. Maybe.
I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? Holy shit.
A hug?
A big one. A reward for after everything that's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it.
Right.
I forgot Gabby was supposed to be here today. Shit.
Yeah. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay.
Oh, God.
Hello?
Gabby. Come in.
Excuse me.
Welcome to Valhalla. Hey.
Oh, sorry. Hey.
It's fine. I will sync it in post, and no one will be any wiser.
Okay.
You talk first.
No, well,
Some days ago, I got a letter. And even other than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister.
a what? My sister sent you a letter. That's the first time I've heard of it. What did it say?
I don't know. I never opened it. At least not until now.
Huh?
I figured I should read it with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it.
All right then. Sorry.
Just that?
Yep.
What? Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back?
This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. And she just says sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing?
Sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day.
Classic.
And you were pissed about the lack of 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you, and she did it to you and you were confused all day long.
She always brags she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter's supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag.
Maybe she was being sincere, though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion.
She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right?
In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections.
Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question.
Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone.
Why?
Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she had hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it?
Wait, how did she live so normally then?
She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently, the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them.
So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her?
The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctor said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack, then the rejection acted afterwards. They just don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep.
Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back.
Eh?
I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the research institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now.
Jill.
Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years.
She didn't have to face it alone, though. If she only...
So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together.
Together.
Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask, though. Did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left?
No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that was actually that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry.
Hey, I'm sorry too, you know? We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shout at you either, so... Let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we?
Are you sure?
Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? What if this is why Art Vondelay came here in the first place?
Oh my god. Well, have you ever heard of a message board called Danger U?
Oh, never mind. I have, yeah.
Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad?
No, not mad. More like dumbfounded.
Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister?
Well, back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me in my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage.
You were going to get married?
I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't just gonna let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was probably because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom? My say on the matter?
So that's where you stopped loving Lenore.
No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much. But you have to understand, I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted to break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next.
I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you two to fight. So that's what led to you two fighting, huh?
You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her.
My sister said something like that.
Huh?
I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but I insisted and Jesus. But instead, I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that.
Lenore.
We are quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis.
You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly.
But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too?
No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded?
But my sister wouldn't have scolded you.
But I was afraid, dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister.
But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it?
It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it'll never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, and it feels bad because it's stupid.
I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry.
And like I said, braiding myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back.
I miss her so much, though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the only one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now.
She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person.
Eh?
Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long.
She told you that all the time.
The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally.
Well, hey, I was 8 back then.
So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we?
A toast?
Yeah, let me get you a drink.
A drink?
Don't worry, trust me. Let's make something to toast Gabby with, preferably something sweet. Alright, I need something that, okay. Did a Sugar Rush have any, It's got optional.
Yeah, I think it was optional carpentry.
So we'll get...
I mean, the bar's closing anyway, just lose the liquor license, it's fine.
Whoa, I ain't going to jail for this. Grab this for a sec.
Oh, okay.
Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had.
Hey!
Want to add anything?
I'll always miss her.
Don't say it to me, say it to her.
That's a bit.
Come on, just this once.
I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot! I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough, you idiotic idiot? Ah. Hey, Jill, promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff to yourself like that. Like, oh, I read that backwards.
It still works. Only if you promise the same to me.
And promise me we won't fight.
I can't do that.
Huh?
You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are.
I'm not an adult.
Well, let's face it, you've been more mature than I have.
Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me?
I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone.
Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast?
Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers.
Cheers. So... about this drink. Can I drink it?
Do you like it? Take a sip.
It's not bad.
Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. You might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now.
Right.
But it's not alcoholic. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank?
Oh, yeah.
Nice
that.
fucking prank.
It was April Fool's. I should have known better than when she offered me an apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time?
Huh?
She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda.
Oh. Did you get back at her?
Well...
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad days later. Whoa!
¿Qué pasó? Wait, what?
She said, "So, do you like eating me for lunch?"
Wow.
Wow!
Jill?
I'll sell you when you're older.
No, don't.
Or never at all.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, Gabby, do your parents know you're here?
They think I'm at Claire's, actually.
Who?
Redfield. Oh, she's one of my best friends at school.
And this Claire knows you're using her as an excuse, right?
Of course. How would she cover me for me otherwise?
True. Will you go to her house afterwards?
To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Claire doesn't live that close by, so...
Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight?
Are you sure?
I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night.
Sure, I'd love to stay with you.
Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good.
Yep, he opened a second branch last year.
So he's looking to expand.
I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries.
I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark one for daddy!"
I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory.
Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they?
Uh-oh. I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society and her circle of friends. A lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one, though. Mom did reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were.
That makes it worse.
Yeah. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than one of her, with more than her own daughter.
How'd she react to her death?
Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago.
They did?
They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think.
Did you two fight too?
No, she just hasn't showed up.
You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there.
A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you.
Who is yellow?
I don't remember.
I'm just gonna read a monotone. We'll
Alma?
figure it out.
Alma.
Oh, huh? I thought there was gonna be a party here. Good call. Alma, over here.
Party?
A small New Year celebration. Wanna stay for it?
I don't want a kid to burden,
Don't worry, you won't. You only get cola for the night, though. No alcohol. You'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in?
If you don't mind me.
Great. Hey, Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce you to. What the fuck? Oh. It's fading to white. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Ugh.
It's fading so slowly.
Fuck. I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yeah, same. I mean, I think we got epilogue stuff, so I mean, we're not done yet, but we are in credits territory.
Shit.
We're both not saying anything because we're both just kind of we're in it right now. We're in our feelings right now.
I'm in it. It's so weird that a game that started off with such a precedence of like, ooh, this might be like spooky and overly ridiculous, kind of weaved this this girlfriend plot in, and then that's how they closed it.
Yeah, like it feels like almost like in some kind of way, like I could see the argument for people saying like you should just play the game first and then do the prologue stuff, because like it's starting off with like the dog shit. It's just like, it's like, okay, this game is gonna be like wacky, which I guess, you know, it also covers like the contrast, because it's like oh like oh haha, you serve these talking dogs in suits and stuff, that's funny, and then like, you know, you get this, but I don't know. I
disagree.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a way you can look at it. It's not how I feel, but it's a way to look at it.
I definitely see it being jarring, playing it, you know, start to finish. But I think that that prologue and the Anna thing informs so much of the regular campaign that I feel like not doing the prologue stuff is like a disservice to your experience of it. Because then it sets up the whole like, it sets up like how Gil is as a person. Because like if you don't get that prologue bit, then you're just like, oh yeah, Gil's weird, instead of like, oh, Gil's not maybe gonna ever come back. You know?
Yeah.
And then that already sets him up as like, okay, well, there's something more going on with this guy. Shit.
You know, I think from this point it can only go downhill from here. You know.
I think so. I don't know if we got the best ending, but it's got to be up there.
I think yeah, because I don't know if we got everyone's like character endings, but I mean we got the good ending.
Well,
There's
if
a good
you got
and bad.
every flawless
service
bartending thing,
yeah, that's like a different thing though. But like, yeah, as far as I know, serving certain things will get like character endings. But did you have fun? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then it
glitches out.
Yep, I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you though? Oh wait, I think these are people talking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
I think this is
that. Okay, that's Gabby.
Yeah.
She's that kind of person. Let's sleep. You were dozing off back there.
You're right. Good night, Jill.
We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night.
Oh God, please don't cut to their apartment or something. I don't know if I can handle that. This music is starting to do a thing. Oh, thank God.
Man, 8 years ago.
fucking bananas.
And just once again, I'd like to reiterate that. Trust me, we would love to be talking about this, but we are just left speechless at this game concluding.
Well,
We've been afraid about this ending for so long.
Well, that, and it's not even like a weight off the shoulders thing. It's just like I think there's a way that you don't want the game to end. I'm not necessarily sure this was the ending I was expecting, but it just sits so like correctly. Oh,
Ooh, Friday, February 3rd.
We've moved on a month.
2 months. This is good. Really good. You have no idea how long I've wanted some curry.
Eh.
I remember I meant to eat some, but then I had to pay for some drinks I spilled on the floor. Hey, yeah, remember that. That screwed up my budget. Hey!
It's the least I can do after being such an obnoxious client.
Oh, look at how Jill cute is over here. Look at how cute Jill is, I should say. If in regular French. Hey, this is the song used for the outro.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Mind if I ask something, Mr. Timothy Mercury?
Timothy Mercury. So you know.
It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls soon became regulars, and both of them are related to you.
So what's your question, bartender?
Call me Jill. 2 questions, actually. The first one is, why did they brand you as a traitor? Because you killed the other guy? I don't know. It sounds weird considering the other guy assaulted 2 little girls.
It was a cover-up. The guy was my superior. A high-ranking officer like him assaulting innocent civilians? That would be unthinkable, on paper at least. On record, I hurt the girls and killed him before another unit subdued me, and then I escaped from their custody. In reality...
That's all you need to know. Sorry for bringing that up.
Didn't you have another question?
Yeah. How did you build this restaurant so fast?
It's a small city. It turns out 2 very grateful girls tracked me down to thank me.
Oh, fuck yeah!
One of them was rich, and the other noticed I smelled like curry.
Those 2 are really nice girls, huh?
They didn't deserve what that bastard did to them.
Oh. You gotta bounce around now.
Hold on, I gotta fix the voice. Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, speaking of the angels.
Oh, fuck. Timmy, 2 special curries, please. Oh, hi, Jill.
Wait, what the fuck? Now we're going backwards?
Whoa, what the fuck? Or another year forward.
Oh God, I can't believe I'm actually here. The concert will begin any second now.
Now this has to be like
Oh, yeah,
previous.
it's before. Yeah. Kia!
Wow, I've never seen her so openly excited before.
Don't talk too loudly or you'll startle her. It's always nice to see her so happy she doesn't have to give a damn and lets herself go. Oh, look at Say's stupid, cute hair. No
so
face bandage,
confused.
though. Yeah, Jill's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, all right, I'm here, though. They have so many fucking glow sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you don't mind me?
Of course not. That way I won't be the only one with little clues as to what's going on.
And look at Stella with the cap and like her hairstyle there from the looks like a totally different person.
Is it true you've served this Kiramiki girl at the bar?
As amazing as it sounds, really nice girl, if a bit oblivious to the risk of some people represent.
How so?
She doesn't mind stalkers and such.
Oh.
How's your wounds?
Arm's doing fine, eyes healing nicely, and I can sleep better at night.
Just what transpired inside that bank.
It's not important anymore. What's important is that Stella will get me a job after I heal.
She will.
She's rebuilding a new armor set for me and wants me to be her bodyguard. I'd be paid for something I do anyways, and I'll get to spend more time with her.
That's nice.
I'd like to spread out and help more people, but it's a nice start.
You want to be a vigilante then?
Maybe.
Kia! She's coming out! It's her! It's actually her!
Look, it started. Are you here, Jill? This song is for you!
What?
So this is just showing whose endings we got then?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept, you know? Shut up.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Hold on, couple pickups. I'm having a good time.
See, even Gabby's having fun. Relax a bit. Yeah, whatever.
You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. Whoa, what's next? Lesbian sex?
She's a kid.
Not with her.
I do? How?
You always manage to get a reaction from Jill.
That's so true.
Sis always said that Jill acknowledging your presence is the best way to know she likes you.
You're talking too much, Gabby.
Giving her the guilt treatment. It's different with you, though. With my sis, Jill was more frustrated. Like this one time when she bought her a shirt that...
You said I wonder if the slut shirt is from her.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
You're talking too much, little girl. A shirt that what?
That had a pic of a cucumber on it.
God, Lenore was so out of pocket for that one. You eat me for lunch? Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. That hurts my stomach.
Cucumber? Ow. Just what are you doing with my hair? Sorry, it got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously.
Wouldn't be the first time. Hey, chicka bum bum.
So, I'm a bit like Lenore then?
And then, no, you just remind me of her a bit. Moreover, my sister wasn't as
Ass. What this girl's trying to say is that what this girl's trying to say is that with your tits and ass, you could build a Lenore and a half out of the mass. That just means there's enough to share with the both of you.
Wow, just share.
You're talking too much, Alma. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love this ending shit.
See, who's ending going to get now? Oh. Ooh. So yeah, the guy had a fancy about a woman castrating him. I tried for an hour to convince him it's a bad idea, and I finally got to him. We finally moved to the bedroom, and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be.
Huh?
It's basically a removable ball sack.
Huh?
I suppose the guy really liked that fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. The fuck? I once saw a guy at the hospital in the emergency room, after having been castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know? Just one what? Was just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me about the Neo Tijuana thing, and now this. Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult. You can take that much. Shut up. Well, last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. Turns out her name was Anna. Huh. And now you pretend it's a surprise? Quiet, you. She fought against nano-machine rejection for most of her life. She even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to that same sickness. Apparently, sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. She was. Eh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honor student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in at least 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and guitar. Well, being confined to a room does it, I guess. I mean, a fully able-bodied people can barely do half of that. But she practically accomplished all that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only 2% of humans suffer and even less survive. It took a trucking truck to take her down. She was great. And to think I'm sort of like her sister. Silly Becky. Honey, did you say something? What?
Wait, what?
I did not.
Oh.
Weird. I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think I've heard it nearby, but you're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well, as I was saying, the ballsack guy. What the fuck does that mean?
That's so sweet.
Ooh, now we're going to August.
I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for this second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But and you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spend setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes. Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from Ford this long. I don't know what I'll do.
You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for the last 25 years before finding him.
Yeah, but...
We're leaving.
We are leaving.
Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what?
You what?
Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Imuto there, and I don't want their eyes soiled.
Imo who?
Little sister.
Then just say little sister.
Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama.
Ah, please tell me to ever played.
I started getting choked the fuck up when I started reading as him. I was like, oh my god, is this like a... he's leaving, and like we're gonna get to know a little bit more about him like post-game, and then Dana saved the day.
Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from day 1 while keeping your items and money. Thank you for playing. Alright, well, let's just fucking save that right at the start there. God
New
damn.
Game Plus.
Now I'm curious, was there any endings I did not get? Wow, apparently only 8.1% of players have attended a concert. What a bunch of fucking frauds. We got all of the endings on the first go.
We got all endings and best ending?
Yes, but I guess, okay, to be fair, for total transparency, we definitely did kind of, towards the end, start looking at things a little bit.
A
little bit.
I think we did most of the heavy work ourselves, though.
Yes. I want to say
dude.
that, like, 3 of those, well, I don't remember how many were, but for more than half of those, we definitely did that, like, on our own.
Yeah.
So the only thing we haven't got is just the bad ending.
Which, not hard to do.
Yeah, just don't pay your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's also the achievements for serving a certain drink, bringing other people to the bar, but we'll get more into that. Actually,
yeah.
Sukiban Games.
Dude, I know we're gonna get together to do this for like the other, like the little interactions and the bad ending.
And Gabby's there.
I don't know, dude. That's too sweet.
Start.
That's too sweet.
That wasn't there
Fuck.
before.
Yeah, it was.
Start?
Yeah. I think.
I'm pretty sure it was just demo before.
Oh, maybe start is like new game plus start or something.
Well, no, because we just load the heart data.
Hit start just for fun.
Sunday, January 1st.
Oh shit! This episode ain't over.
Hey, 4, leave Gabby alone. Let her sleep. Happy New Year.
Whoa.
I said Happy New Year.
Dude, okay, hold on a second. All of the emotional stops and starts, I'm very whiplashed right now. Continue.
I said I heard you the first time.
Uh-oh.
Then answer the first time, would you? Don't be rude. Whoa, her mouth's moving. You trespass into my house and I'm the rude one? I didn't trespass. I just showed up here. That's trespassing. Trespassing
Gabby's
implies
sleeping
passing.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, she is. I just appeared here, thus there was no passing. And how exactly did you do that? Oh, hey, you're talking to me directly. Don't change the subject. I'm so happy you're not pulling that whole telepath crap. You're the one being a telepath. But I can't read minds. I can read words, however.
What?
No, what I mean is that I'm not the one reading thoughts, so I'm not... forget it. Why are you here? I wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. So you were bored. Being bored has nothing to do with me wishing you happy holidays. But it helps. I won't deny that. Still, you deserve some congratulations, Joe. You closed off an old chapter of your life and grew as a person. Please change and grow as a person.
Working on it.
That always deserves some cheers. In fact, let's make a toast. Mind if I grab a beer? I do, actually. I don't want to clean beer off the floor. You don't know if that's what'll happen. Trust me, I know. But the toast. It's the thought that counts. Let's leave it at that. Fine. Sheesh. Oh, hey, kitty.
Yes!
Life form reaction. I wonder if 4 can see you.
Oh, he sure
He's at
the fuck
table.
can.
Yeah. With cats, you never know. He might see me, or he might be seeing an interesting speck of dust.
Who is this ghost bitch?
Hey, Joe, let's play a game. What kind of game? Truth or truth? Don't you mean truth or dare? No, dares and they wouldn't be too fun, I'm guessing. We ask questions to each other and we can't lie. You'll even get your ever so precious dialogue choices. Ain't that nice?
Oh.
The what now? I'm thinking out loud, don't mind me. Right. Will you keep your word on that? I don't lie. Fine, I'll play with you. Great, you start. Ooh, what do we ask?
Ooh. What's more important?
I mean, I guess we can always just
Is
go
it more
back and do
important to understand what she is or the truth of what we know? I think the truth of what we know is more important than what she... It's almost irrelevant to know what she is.
Yeah. And how much of your story is true? Say, how much of your story is true? It depends on what you mean by my story. A couple of weeks back when you showed up the first time at the bar, that whole hospital thing, how much of that is true? How much do you think is true? That's not an answer. I could say all of it, but I could be lying. Truth depends on either facts or trust. And since that question shows a lack of trust, there are only facts left. I believe you have enough facts to form your self-opinion of what's true. Your lack of trust hurts me, Joe. I really like you. Just asked your question. What will you do after the bar closes? I've been looking into the other bar boss told me about. It's a bit far, but I can manage. Let me rephrase the question a bit. Do you plan on being a bartender the rest of your life? Is this your calling? I don't know. The bar closing is a chance to retake your life, to do whatever you want. Don't you have any dreams to follow? I don't know. And are you okay with that? Not knowing? Yes, actually. Oh? My biggest regrets arose from those worries. But I've come to realize that running directionless is worse. What's more, I've been doing fine just managing things one at a time. So that's what I'll do until I know what I want to do. You do know I'm the one hearing you and act. You do know I'm the one hearing you and acting cool amounts to nothing. Whatever. I can ask something now, right? Yep. Ooh.
She judged us for our last question.
Yeah. You know, we'll
yeah,
just.
I think that's.
Yeah. Do you have any regrets? Don't we all? Any in particular that come to mind? Stuff you really want to fix? My mom. My dad left, so when I died, I was worried about leaving her by herself. Luckily, then came Becky. But then, Becky feared she might be hurting my mom with her presence. I guess I have to thank you for that. Becky fixed her relationship with my mom. Lynette's mom was able to close her chapter 2. And it was all thanks to you speaking with her. It's not a big deal. But yeah, with Becky being closer to my mom, I can't think of anything else. Just the usual scars, the stuff we used to grow up. The things we can't fix. Say, Joe, did you lie to that Gabby girl? About what? About staying with her? How you wouldn't leave her alone and all that? I didn't. She's asleep. She can't hear me. You can be honest with me. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. Just between us? I didn't lie. The time I spent with Lenore was also time I spent with Gabby. Since Lenore was pretty much the one that raised her, she was always there. We'd play, read together, watch TV. I don't know, she felt like a little sister. Or a daughter. But one of the things that hurt me the most when Gabby reappeared was her hate. It's never nice when the one you love suddenly hates you with reason. So yeah, why the hell would I lie about that? It's a relief to hear that. She's cute. She'll grow into a fine lady. Was her sister as cute? Lenore was in a league of her own. Something I must see then. Any other questions? Did we just pick the obvious funny?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this over with. Your next words will be, do you watch me masturbate? Do you watch me... the fuck? That question was going to come up at some point. And the answer is it? I'm building suspense. Just answer. No. Why not? I meant that I don't watch you masturbate. Huh. Why do you sound so surprised? With the stuff you say, can you blame me? I have a sense of personal space too, you know? And there's a line between pestering and being an asshole. Not that I'd be against the idea of watching you, mind you. Should that flatter me? Take it as you will. I'm surprised you believe me, though. At one point, I just gave up and started taking you as you come. And you didn't start suddenly joking about how you watch me masturbate. That means it's something you wouldn't joke about and does not lie. You've been thinking about that question for a long time, haven't you? Maybe. Well, time to ask something in the same vein.
Oh.
Let's say you have the chance to have sex with any person you want. One night of action until your body crumbles. Who do you pick? Your boss? I wonder. Blondie sweater pups? Please be quiet for a second. It's not the riddle of the Sphinx, Joe.
It could be.
I guess I'd pick... Have you heard of an actress named Gloria? Oh my god. You too? I've been a huge fan of Gloria for a long time.
Oh, was she the actress in the show? I wonder.
Maybe. The name sounds familiar. I think. She's such a talented actress, such a charismatic person. More importantly, she's hot as all hell. Still is. Thank God she didn't prune like other actresses do. I'm surprised you pick her over everyone else. I mean, if I could pick anyone, might as well pick someone I don't even know. Yet? You might get to know her. You never know. True, I got to know an idol after all. Well, you're yawning. I sure was ain't boring, so it must be because of the hour. I'll let you be, for now. Hey, Anna. You have a Happy New Year, too. And if you want to bother me, I do get bored in here from time to time. Yeah, that. You call me by my name. On second thought, don't be like that. I'll take your offer and pest you some more later. Hell, I'll do it even if you say nothing. Oh dear. Hey Joe, can you open the door for me? Just disappear like how you came in. Come on, humor me. Fine. That's the sound of a
Dino
door.
Crisis noise.
Yeah, there. Thank you. Bye, Joe. Take care. Sometimes I wonder if this is a sign to stop drinking.
Are you drunk now?
A bit. Well, that was interesting. And like, okay, so like,
I feel like that was a reward for the ending that we got.
yeah, I think it's because we unlocked maybe Becky's ending, but oh god, still I can't get over the fact that that Gabby's there.
Gabby's there, yeah.
Okay, so I don't.
Now
should
neither of them
should we
are
just
alone.
talk about it now? Should we just like talk about our thoughts for a bit?
We may as well hash it out, yeah.
Okay, so just for the point, if you want to bounce off this video now, go well ahead. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. This was fucking incredible. But don't worry, there will be another episode of us getting all the extra things we did not get. Although I feel like I don't know, maybe I'll like just intersplice in some bullshit here and just like put more music because it's just gonna be like looping the title the whole time. But
it will be significant.
There will be one more video, and it'll be all the extra stuff that we didn't do. Maybe even the bad ending, even though that sounds scary. But I want to get all the achievements. So
yeah,
and then I'm gonna do it again on my PlayStation with my physical copy. But real quick, I just want to mention one thing. So we have talked before about how this game is, and like the unreliable narrator aspect of it, of just you are just hearing all of these things secondhand from everyone.
Yeah,
and I think one of this game's strengths, after seeing it to the end, is we have all these questions, right? Like who, like, what the fuck is up with Dana? Like, what is all her bullshit? Like, what connection does she have? Like, who is Gil?
Dana,
who is this
Gil.
man?
Yeah.
Like, you have all these questions that never get answered, but like, it's, like we've all been there with like a movie or a game or a book. And like, there are questions that never get answered that are just annoying because it's like, why the fuck aren't they answering this? But
Yeah.
Here, it doesn't matter because
It doesn't
that's
feel
not
like
the point.
it doesn't feel like they robbed you. It just feels like there's, like with the rest, like the extra world in this game that you just get, and like real people, like some people, leave your life one way or another. You don't get to figure out who they were specifically or specific life events. It doesn't feel like a cheat. It just feels like you got spicy details that, they're not going to follow up on. And that's their prerogative. Just because it's a video game and it is narrative driven does not necessarily mean that part is what you're going to get out of it. And like I said earlier, like this game started off as just like, ooh, interesting characters, but then the girlfriend plot kind of eked in, and then that's what they decided to make like the overarching story for Jill instead of literally anything else. So I like that we didn't get kind of a ultimate conclusion on a couple of those characters, because it's way more important that we got Jill to where she is at the end, and obviously sealing her, fixing the issue with Gabby, and then subsequently kind of solving the problem with Lenore too, kind of post-mortem in a weird way.
Yeah, because like I feel like like it's gonna say weird to sound like lesser studio, But like, yeah, like a lesser studio would have instead focused more on like who is Anna? Why is she just popping up? Why is she so weird? Like, what's going on there? Like I know you had like a few theories, like, oh, like, you know, Jill's like maybe like a Replibot or whatever, just like things like that. But like at the end of the day, like even if that's the case, like it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'm not even gonna mute myself because I'm still fucking talking here. Because it's like, yeah, like all those things are just there, and it's like set dressing for the world, as we just said.
Yeah,
but yeah, like,
that's a perfect way to put it.
Like we are just coming in here for like 3 weeks into this like a window of life for these people, and like the shit that happens in there. Because yeah, like, you know, as you mentioned, like at the start of the game, Anna was like, oh, like you should like open that package you got, or like, you know, the letter you got.
And then that becomes like the most important plot device of the entire game.
Yeah,
basically.
Like, you know, it's like, oh, like, you know, you're because like there's really like not much about Jill at the start, right? It's not until like, you know, the end of the first week or whatever, when shit goes down, when like we finally start getting more character moments. Like you pick up little like things about Jill, like little characterizations,
her mannerisms and her
like mannerisms, going every time someone's a bad touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way that the game goes from just you're kind of there to then like getting you like actually invested in like these characters.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, cause like even like right, like the whatever, I think it was the episode before this one or whatever. But the last time Ingram shows up, and he's like, hey, did you like hear something flying over like 2 weeks ago? And you're like, it's okay, like it's connected. Like, and that's the thing, is that all these things happen, but at the end of the day, everything has been connected in some sort of way that like doesn't feel tacky, or like it's just I'm gonna be this guy, so I'm sorry. It's not like fucking somehow Palpatine returned type shit, where like it's like, oh, like, well, we just have to like make this connected to this because everyone knows that.
Nothing, you know? Felt arbitrary. Yeah. Yeah. No, you nailed it. I think I think it goes along with lesser studio, like, and it feels weird to say, but like a lesser studio or a team that did not have a strong writing staff. I don't feel that there is a weak relationship in this game. Like if you play it right, I guess. I feel that this game, half of the fight is a third of the fight is the killer soundtrack. A third of the fight is the amazing writing that is attributed to even the side characters, to even those two brats that came in that were just Miki fans, that kind of added just a very little like curveball into like, oh, that one girl can see Anna.
Yeah.
Fun fact. And then left, like that made an impression, an impact. And then the last third of it is just being able to immerse yourself in the story through the bits that, like you said, like through the interconnecting web that the 3 weeks of these people's lives bring in. And that, at the end of the day, that's all writing besides the 1/3 of the music. But yeah, I've not been impressed with a writing in a game like this in a long time. Like, it's not just the story, but like the small character moments, the small character beats. Like it all feels very natural. Like I believe that was the thing I wanted to say, that I believe those relationships.
Yeah, right. Like, 'cause like as we start, right, like everyone kind of comes in and like, you know, I don't want to like you know, everyone's cold to each other, but like there was a stark difference to the first and second time like Stella and Say come into the bar versus the last time they're there.
Yeah, they're
like by the time that like you get to the end, like everyone like especially like those two in particular, like they feel like they're like actual friends now.
Yeah,
you know, like
of course
you know
you get
their
ending
and shit like that. Yeah, like plus like going to the concert with them and everything.
Well, and I like even like with Alma and Dorothy in particular, like there's never really a point in the game where a character's like, and then Brian walks into the bar and you get like Brian's backstory, just like Dorothy just shows up and just does her thing. Like it's any other interaction with Jill the very first time you meet her. There's no like grandstanding circumstance to explain, oh, you know, Dorothy's been coming here for 2 years and this is how we met and blah blah blah. It is just a slice of life, like, oh yeah, this is fucking Dorothy, you know. no issues, and this is big titty hacker, like don't worry about it.
The only thing I will say is that I was like, I was just a little sad that it fades to white right there, because I'm just like, fuck, man, like, I want to see, like,
I want to see the party.
Yeah, like I want to see the party. Like I want to see fucking everyone interact with each other like one last time.
That felt like a cheat, I guess, but I get why they did it, because it's almost you know what they're gonna do, because they showed you the first party. You know, they're just going to have fun. The main takeaway was that I'm assuming the bad ending is that you don't make good with Gabby, and that would be really horribly sad. But yeah, that it's just going to be fine. I think the thing that makes me the most sick is that, like, the bar's going to close and that this isn't going to happen again. You know, like, these characters are going to be largely kind of disconnected. Maybe, potentially. But I'm trying not to think about that.
because that was the reason why. Because that was how it was. Like, was it like after the bar closes? That was when Dana and Jill were going to go on vacation. Was that their thing?
They said after it closes, we'll go on vacation.
Yeah.
So I guess it already happened.
Like that's gonna be crazy. Right? Like if Nirvana ever gets made, for a fucking fact that Dana and Jill, like, it will probably happen like right around that time. So like we'll get a cameo from them at the very least. But
I hope so. That'd be cool.
That is talking in hypotheticals that may never actually happen.
I'm just gonna reiterate. I've said it before. I'm sure at least once. This is a game I would have never looked at, and it has left such a profound emotional impact on me that it makes me wonder what else I've missed, but I'm so happy that I ultimately didn't miss this one.
Yeah, like I was actually thinking about that a few days ago at work. Like, I was originally going to do this by myself. I think I mentioned at the start of this. Like, I was like, I was originally like, and I was, kind of having, the moment that I'm still in where I'm just like, bad at videos and all that shit. But like, I was going to do this. I was going to do a blind playthrough of this, but I never did it. Mostly because I think I got distracted by, I want to say Final Fantasy 16. I think that just came out. Like I got distracted by that, and then just my typical bullshit I'm on. And yeah, like I literally just kind of like, I don't remember if it was, we were like kind of making a list of like things that we could do, and I like threw this in like, I was going to do this.
Yeah. And
like,
then I remember you were like, "Hey, guess what we're gonna do? You're gonna do a bunch of voices." And stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that one thing was on the list. I was just like, like here's an idea. And I was like, we're doing this.
I was initially excited because I like doing stupid voices for stuff for you, but I didn't think it was gonna be transformative like this. You're like, it's a you showed me the game. I was like, stupid anime game, cool. and then like literally, I was sold the first 10 minutes of the prologue. I was like, this is going to be way different. This is not just some stupid bullshit. This is going to be great. God damn.
Yeah, truly, like, this one is an all-timer.
It's in... I'd have to reevaluate the list, but I feel like it's peaking easy top 10.
Like, I've kind of, like, more recently in past years, and by past years, I'm going to say the past year, have been kind of like buying more games physically, especially like ever since I got into Persona. Like I have my soundtrack wall, and I have games, but like it was a no-brainer to pick this up physically, which I've mentioned like two or three times already. But like whenever I get up from my chair or like look behind me now, I just fucking see this right next to Sayonara Wild Hearts, and it's like, yep, like that's where it belongs. Just like that is a piece where like people are like, what's this? And I just say, play it.
I think I'm gonna have to get this on my Switch tonight. It's only $15 on Nintendo.
Is it like, okay, like I know what happened. Like I bought a PS4 copy, but like the idea of like playing, like grabbing my Switch OLED right now and
laying in bed and just hanging out with the homies.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I've been playing this on OLED screen anyway, so like the blacks are just pure black and it's great. But like, on like the Switch screen, like that small, like this shit would look fucking good.
I know we're going to restart anyway, just for me and you, and like the video moments will be the other things that weren't seen. But like, I'm already super excited to restart, and I'm not even above just restarting by myself tonight. I just love living in this world, and I love these people. It's been a while since I've watched a movie or played a game or read a book, frankly, where I've just been so invested and in love with each person. Like, there's not a character in this game that I didn't like. Like, even like Virgilio, like, you learn more about him by the end. And I think it was important to learn more about him than like Dana and Gil, frankly.
Yeah.
You just need to know that Gil's like a weird fucking guy, right?
Yeah,
that's
Gil
all.
is
And
just maybe a terrorist and just some kind of weird guy who doesn't get close to people.
They tell you enough about Dana to know just like, oh, she's a fucking bad bitch, right? Like, so and the more details that come out, it's just like, oh, of course. Like the thing that Gil says at the end, like, oh, would you believe me if I told you that Dana told me to wash out this bucket of chicken? Joe's like, well, yeah, of course I would. Like, that's just, they needed to set up that that's exactly the kind of woman that she is. But yeah, like people like Virgilio, like Jamie, like Jamie's almost a nothing character, but you learn just enough about him, and he's in just enough to like, oh yeah, I like Jamie. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially like right there at the end
people.
too, with the last Ingram visit, where like you finally kind of learn more about like,
yeah,
like you like learn more about like why like you would never have known that like he had the fucking nanomachine suppressants. Like, of course it makes sense that when you think about it, like, like he doesn't want anyone to track him because he's a fucking assassin,
bounty hunter, whatever.
And it's just like you learn like right at the last minute, like you learn more about like Jamie as just an existence as a whole, as opposed to just like, oh yes, like it's me, Jill, I'm here, I'm Jamie, and like I kill people, but I'm also very nice. Funny how that juxtaposition works.
And it's really neat for I always have to give like a round of applause to stories that center around a character that will not be in the narrative, like Lenore, but you know that character enough based on people's not just someone going, Lenore was 5'7", brown hair, blonde eyes. Like, you know her character from the way that Gabby and Jill like loved her.
Yes, like, you know, like I said already, like just that fucking like Jill thinking to herself like, oh, like whenever when her and Gabby were talking, she's like, oh, like I hid all the dildos in the house, then she used a cucumber and then used it for lunch the next day and said, do you like eating meat for lunch? Like that shit is so fucking funny.
Yeah. Like, you know exactly who that woman was and why Jill and her meshed, like despite whatever, you know, broke them apart and whatnot. You got to give it to a writing team again that you know a character in and out that is never actually on screen.
And like I love how like I'm like starting to lose my voice actually from like all the talking we've been doing tonight. But like yeah. So the Lenore incident happens, and like we like Jill of course knows this stuff, but like of course it's like some of it's a little blocked in her memory and all that stuff. But like we like learn little bits and pieces, and like finally getting like that full picture. Because like when Gabby comes in, she's like villainizing Jill, like, oh, like was it worth your fucking freedom and like all that shit. You're like, man, what the fuck was that about? But like Jill actually like just having that like heart to heart with Gabby, and it's like it totally makes like it's very valid why Jill reacted the way she did. Because you're like man, if someone would start making my decisions for me, like that would kind of get me a little pissed.
I was very glad that they decided to go with a very human reasoning for all of that, because they could have gone with any kind of bullshit that any movie or whatever would go with, but at the end of the day it was just like that kind of shit tears people apart all the goddamn time, and it felt very rewarding that was the reason in a weird way. Like, oh, I'm so happy that they respect these characters enough to just make them people and not try to over embellish something like some sort of some kind of crazy adultery or some other bullshit or undersell and be like, oh, it just wasn't working or something like that. Yeah. They actually gave it some heart, and then Gabby kind of telling she was always really sorry about that and always regretted it.
The way that like her and Jill were literally both in the same boat, where like they both were just too afraid to like confront the other one, just say sorry.
Which is more tragic than Lenore actually being dead, I think.
Yeah. Especially because like Lenore kept that whole thing a secret, because Jill's like, oh, like so that wasn't a birthmark by her left breast,
right? Yeah, and that's got to be something looking back for that character, just to be like, fuck, like I saw it and didn't know. That's not something Gabby would have ever realistically would never have known about.
and like, we keep talking about this, but like the most important thing that got resolved was that, and I'm so glad that at the end of everything, like Jill and Gabby or at the very least, like I don't know exactly what it means, but like, Jill is looking after Gabby, like, because like, she said like, oh, like, it's like a little sister or like a daughter. So like, just like the way that she like has those kind of feelings towards Gabby, like, I'm glad that all works out, and like they are able to like keep in contact, and like, it's not just like there's that rift, like, like you said, like they kind of work their shit out, and like that is the happy ending you need. Like that is the only happy ending that matters in this whole thing, is that those two can like reconcile the differences and like move on together. Like,
because ultimately Jill and Gabby are the two main characters of the game, even though Gabby's only in it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And the damage that has inadvertently been done to both of them. And even she even says like, I know you guys broke up, but that, did you have to leave me behind and all of that? So yeah, it's very rewarding, and that's what, like, every time this goes back to the screen and I see the two of them, it's like, oh god, it's such a fucking heart tug. Just like, it's so fucking, that loading screen is the most rewarding part of this whole experience.
I would compare it to something else, but it may be something that we do later, so I don't want to say anything.
Oh, okay.
But it's very reminiscent to another video game when you beat that, and then again on New Game Plus.
Oh no.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know how long we've been talking. I think we've been talking about this for like at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
So, I mean, we'll have more thoughts about this eventually, probably. And like I said, there's still one more episode.
Oh, we'll gab about it again. Yeah.
Yes. But like, I would have never have played this game, and I would have forever missed out on this. And that is an experience I would rather have never like not missed. Like, I'm glad I experienced this, and I'm
same.
Whatever Sukuman puts out next, I don't care what it is or how different it is. I'm buying it.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they'll go to Nirvana after they finish whatever they're working on now.
Thank you so much for initially dragging me into this and now making Wednesdays and Saturdays. Like, I hope we don't fucking play Signalis ever again. I hope that we nuke the channel and we just play this fucking game for the rest of our unnatural lives. Until we can quote the whole script verbatim, and then we put a gun in each other's mouths and pull the trigger.
Now, before we actually close out proper, there is only one extra question I have left, and that is...
what's that?
What the fuck were those images in the folders? If you remember that.
I have been thinking about that this entire goddamn time.
Because I looked at those images before you hopped on here tonight, and I was just like, is there anything that like makes more sense to me now? And it still doesn't. So I don't know like what ARG this may be, and like maybe I'll look into it more.
If it's just some creepy debate, like if someone was kind of savvy enough to go and look, like it's just some kind of like, ooh, maybe it makes you feel like it's going to be creepier than it actually is or something.
We'll look into it, and we'll talk about it more next time. In the last episode. But wow, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking to some degree because my throat hurts. I don't think I have any like throat lozenges anymore. That's actually a bummer.
I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna lay there feeling a little more empty than usual.
Yeah,
now that this is largely finished.
Okay, so to make this even longer, when I first beat Persona 4 for the first time, like I remember just like sitting there laying in bed, like just like constantly thinking about like like all the characters, and like oh whatever, like just kind of thinking about like all the stuff, like the what ifs. And like that one, that's gonna be me tonight probably. I'm gonna be sitting there laying in bed and just thinking about all the like where did these people go after this? Like what happened?
100% same. And then I'm gonna open a Word doc, and then I'm gonna send something to Sukuban Games, be like, I got a pitch for Valhalla 2. It's kind of a stretch, but Dana opens up a Valhalla in the sky, right? It's a Skyforge. Gil's there. Gil's lost an arm, but there's a reason for that. And Virgilio, he's now one of the brain people, right? And Jill's smoking double time. She's smoking during you got to take like the drinking mini game. You got to do the smoking mini game while you're fucking serving people.
I'm sure they'll be right on that and give you a fat check.
I would love I would love a small check. I'll do it for free. So
we'll get some of Dana's pocket change.
Oh, be careful of Dana's pocket sand, you know what I mean?
But okay, let's end this.
Let's wrap this up.
So if you have stayed here after all of our fucking yammering about this game,
Leah,
Thanks, Leah. You're a real one. Like I said, one more episode in the tin for this. We already know what we're doing next as far as a replacement for this. And it's not really a replacement. You can't really be a replacement, but like
replace it.
But as far as like the next thing in this sort of vein, we know what we're doing, and like maybe at this point the other project start up if I don't cancel that. But until then, I am Trientia.
I am Novakastand.
And we have mixed drinks and we have changed lives and we are all better people for it.
One more. Can I get one more drink? Can I get a bad touch?
Oh, you knocked on the glasses, dude. Come on.
Oh,